welcome everybody here at a very special episode of See You in Main Street. We are going to we're going to record a podcast today, and we have
our first one. So
actually our first one here in our own studio, and we've got some special guests here. So please introduce yourself.
Well, hi there. I'm Paula, a lifetime Disney fan.
Well, that was short.
Starting up here.
Hi guys, I'm Mark. Didn't start out a Disney fan, and since I met this lovely lady here, big Disney fan. Starting more into sci-fi stuff, Star Wars mainly, Star Trek also, but a different topic. Met Sven years ago, and even before Elise was in the picture there, and
even before Paula was in the picture.
Before Paula was in the picture, and
we were friends already.
Yeah, somehow it mixed up, and now we are here, Disney fans, all together.
Yeah. So well, let's start this podcast. Oh no! Before we start, we are going to talk about our 3 worst experiences in Disneyland Paris, just to start off positively. But no, we're going to start with our worst experiences, just to to tell you guys what we experienced. Next time we're going to record our 3 best experiences. We also have some positive things to say, of course. So let's start the podcast.
Okay, we're on.
And now. Well, actually, it was quite funny that we had exactly the same top 3.
Yeah.
So that helps.
Maybe
No.
on grade levels, I guess. Yeah.
Number 1 was the same. Yeah.
The number 1 was our same. So let's start with the number 3. So guys, tell us, what is your number 3 worst experience?
Well, let's first of all say there's nothing really the worst in Disney, because it's Disney, of course. But on our number 3 we have the old rides. There are some attractions, some rides in Disney, and they need an update.
Yeah, they're a little older, but especially because they're themed on older stuff. So, for instance, Armageddon.
Yeah.
It's themed on a movie.
Armageddon is the worst.
It's themed on a movie from like 2000, maybe.
Armageddon? What's Armageddon?
Yeah. I mean, the ride itself is cool. It has fire. It has tension. But when you begin, first there's this 15 minutes of blah blah blah, act if you're scared.
It's cool, it's
it
fun.
takes way too long.
No, it's fun.
But the movie is just too old. They have to update it.
The introduction, when you are in this hallway waiting until you can actually go into the ride. There is this video played, and actually the guy is already passed away.
Yeah, he passed away already.
So,
It does differ, I think. Well, a little off topic here now, maybe, but it does differ per cast member.
Yeah,
the thing is, of course, we're in Europe, we're less enthusiastic than, for instance, America.
Yeah.
If you go to Disney World and everything's, yay! Everybody's pumped up, and everybody just does their thing.
Yeah.
And also the crowd, they're all wild and they're like, oh, let's do this. And we're much more closed up in Europe, so not everybody is really into that introduction usually. The cast members can help with that.
Yeah,
they can help, but they should do it.
But they don't like the ride as well.
Yeah,
so I think that
sometimes you're like, well, this is sort of like starting to become pretty routine for you, and then
I think every morning they have this little game, like, okay, draw straws. Who's gonna do Armageddon today?
Yeah.
Oh, you're in Armageddon today?
No! I guess
we're taking Armageddon now as an example, but of course there are a few more attractions.
The tram tour.
The tram tour, for instance.
That's also quite dated, because the introductions and the videos played in the tram are actors that most teenagers and younger people. Who's that old guy? Who's that old woman? Well, I know Jeremy Irons. He's a great actor. I mean, nothing wrong with Jeremy Irons, but
that's
who is he?
It's
in that sense outdated, that it's the older movies, older actors.
You said you like Jeremy.
Jeremy Irons. What's his name? Sorry.
That's why they have to replace the whole.
Wasn't he the brother of Hans Gruber? Yeah, I don't know.
Sidetrack.
And this is what happens on beer nights.
Exactly.
This type of discussion we are trying to have now.
Very natural.
Very natural for us. And no, but the actors that are doing the introductions and the videos in Armageddon and in the train tour, they're past their sell-by date.
Yeah, they are. Yeah, and well, there are some cool things in Tram Tour. I mean, the sliding truck with the fire and the water, that's cool. But the props from Dinosaur and Rain of Fire, I haven't even seen that movie.
Get some props or even replicas from props for newer movies.
I mean, Disney has now Marvel and Star Wars. They can put so many cool, recognizable props there.
But they have to. They also have to.
Fox for
big thing also. But what they have to keep in mind is with they want to make a lot of the announcements. Of course, at D23 Expo also were new rides, changing rides, all to Marvel universes, movies and everything. That they have to keep in mind that they will have to revitalize those again sooner, I think, because some movies and some rides are those concepts will stay forever, but some movies will come and go.
But to keep it recognizable for the younger generation, this is how they make movies, and not turn it too much into a museum that
the specific movie.
It's nah.
The whole area around that Tram Tour is, I think, outdated. Also the Hollywood, they try to make these facades of the Hollywood side, the 3D or...
it does work. It does work.
I like it, but also it's almost as if something is missing. There's this place where you can, I don't know how to explain it, but it's, I think behind the building where, there's this area where there are seats. In summertime, you can sit over there.
The picnic
between all the facades.
Yes. And that's also a really a weird spot, I think.
Well,
what is it? Can you sit there? Can you do something? Can you watch something?
I think it's mostly when it's in summertime, or at least when it's peak season. It's for extra seats and everything for overcrowding. There's also, I think, a couple of smaller venues there that sell hot dogs and stuff. Only open when it is
summertime.
But even in summer, it's still hidden.
It's still hidden. But I also think you could go past by the fact that it's a studio setup, so it's all fake. If you go into the facades that represent the Hollywood Boulevard and Hollywood sign, if you look at the backside, I was like, that's just bare metal and frames. Well, it's a studio, so it's supposed to be
not
fake.
Pretty, but it doesn't matter because it's a studio.
Because it's a studio. Also with a restaurant that you sit at a restaurant eating your burger and looking at plain plywood panels and
pretty cool.
I was like, okay, so this is behind the scene, behind the set. But it's a whole. I know, but it's a whole different setting than to Disneyland itself, where everything is perfect from
every detail is perfect. And you have to understand that. Maybe children, they have something like, they didn't even
finish it.
Finished it, but it's supposed to be this way.
So so that's actually our worst, our number 3, the rides.
This is our number 3. They should update studios.
Worst may not be the correct term,
but
still,
it's a point of criticism.
Exactly. They should do something
and this
about
is only about studios, but maybe there are also in Disneyland Park where there are some spots that you think, this is outdated.
They need to be updated.
Really.
Well, there are some name the Aladdin walk tour. It's cool, but it's everybody just walks through it and
but it's really unique.
It's unique and I love it, but I think most people are like, okay, this is not even a ride, it's just a walking tour.
It's also on the map as if it's a ride, so it's a bit of a disappointment.
For some people it might be.
On the other hand, it's so unique that I think we should be really very proud of it. But
of course, and the same thing counts for the Flying Dumbo. I mean, we're not going in Flying Dumbo, but it's the base of Disneyland, how Walt wanted it. So maybe we don't like it, but it belongs there. So
I think I'm always about refurbishments. I think they should refurbish the restaurants, like the Pinocchio restaurant and what's the name? Actually, I don't know the name of that restaurant. You know, the pizza. And the also Toad Hall can use an update. Yeah. I think you can really see that it's worn out.
Well, about Toad Hall. How many people know the movie Toad Hall?
Well, I've tried to look it up, but you cannot find it anywhere.
I mean, we have it, but nobody knows what it is. Especially children, they don't know who Toad Hall is. So Mr. Toad. Yeah.
And it's I saw some clips on YouTube. It looks like a really fun movie. Actually,
it's only half an hour or so.
It's a really short.
It's two movies in one. The adventure.
Ichabod Crane and Toad Hall. Mr. Toad's Adventure.
But that's true. And then in Disneyland California, you've been there. We haven't, but you have. There's also Mr. Toad's
ride.
How many people know?
We went on it and afterwards we were like, where do you know this from? So we looked it up and we were like, oh, of course, here we have Toad Hall in Paris.
But I really love that restaurant, by the way. I really like it. Last time we were there, it was so crowded that we had to share a table. That was actually very well prepared. There was a guy, a cast member, and he gave everybody a seat. And you had to wait.
He closed off a section of he closed off a wing of the restaurant with a rope, and you could only get in if you had a tray of food.
Very good.
And he would ask how many people.
People first order first, then sit. Not sitting. Exactly. But we'll come to that later.
But it was really nice because he gave us a table and he said, "This is a table for 4. You are with 2. It could happen that I have to put 2 other." I said, okay, that's fine. But it was really fun because there were 2 people, 2 girls, they were sitting with us, and we had a nice chat. And actually, I like those. It's not that bad. It maybe a little bit out of your comfort zone to have 2 strangers at your table.
But you have a common interest.
And it's always I really like it.
So we went the same sort of thing last time we went there in end of November. I think at the Cowboy Cookout we had but there was not for a cast member for placing, but for ordering. But in the Cowboy Cookout there's a sort of a main line there, a big line, and then you have all the cashiers and everything.
Divide
order and there was one guy in front at the end of those the big line. And he was just keeping everybody at bay, so there was one straight line there, back behind him. And like, okay, you can go to that cashier, you can go to that cashier.
You can go to number 4, you can go to number 2.
Also have
so better divided and everybody going everywhere.
When it's really crowded, people get very, sometimes a bit aggressive when it comes to the food, and they want to hurry, and everybody's on their way.
And it also keeps the space between the main line and the cashiers, so that you can walk across if you want extra ketchup or mayonnaise.
Okay, guys. So I think that we covered a bit our number 3. So
this was also your number 3.
Yeah. Well, we are all alike. So
that was funny. We asked you guys to make up a top 3 of worst things separate, and this morning we had a little preview. What are your 3 things? What are our 3 things?
Yeah.
And we can combine them, and they were exactly the same. So
unanimous, or how do you call it?
Yeah, unanimous on
we have the same thing. So that says something.
Yeah. So the number 2. What was it again?
Was it the
That was
it
the
was the
bathroom.
Yes, we had exactly the same. So
Yeah, but the thing is, it only occurred to us, last time, and in November that we were there, that somehow they were not that clean anymore.
Yeah, I mean, we've been there so many times, but last time it was definitely the worst.
Yeah.
There's like toilet paper on the floor. There's stuff in the toilets. The doors don't close well. The locks are falling off. It's so terrible.
Which specific toilet unit was it?
Well, everyone, I guess. There is one good.
All except the one in Main Street.
Yeah. When you enter the park and you go directly to the right,
next
in Main Street,
the strollers.
Next to the strollers.
Rental.
That's a pretty one. The windows of the mirrors are nice and it's clean.
And also the one when you go outside the park, directly to your right. Outside if you exit Disneyland Park to your right, there's also a toilet. That's also always very clean.
Okay.
Tiny,
that's a good one. Yeah.
And the Disneyland Hotel.
Of course, in the hotels.
But that's what you're going to do. If it's all terrible inside the park, and you know that you're going to exit the park anytime soon,
go into Disneyland Hotel. Yeah. No, but the bathrooms in every hotel are better than in the park itself.
But it's something, I don't know what it was this time.
But there are no cast members in the bathrooms. I would expect there were some cleaners, but
there were I think 1 or 2 visits there was a cleaner there, and then of course it did look a lot more
like a lot better,
more proper, but still it was it was somehow. It was like, a few of the facilities also are a little outdated, maybe.
Yeah. Yes, you can see there are some toilet units that people notice, and we go over there, and you can see the difference between the toilet units that are not in plain sight, they're not used that much, and they stood the test of time, and the other ones that are in plain view, everybody goes there, and you can see there are worn out. But the toilet unit at the beginning of the parking lot. Last year.
Area there.
Okay. After a long drive.
Because after a long drive, people are leaving and they know they have a long drive. I'll go to the toilet first. It was that one was the worst toilet in Disney.
It was
2 years ago.
Smelly. There was it doesn't matter if there was somebody cleaning it. It always smelled like. And now it's and when I was there,
that's gonna be a peep in a podcast.
Not like that.
It's going to be fun.
It smelled like flowers.
It smelled like boy. It smelled like hot dogs. Perfect.
But after they refurbished it?
And now it's much better.
And they even updated the look?
Yes, everything. Because we were there also during the refurbishment. We've been there, and I actually used the toilet, which was not a good idea because it seemed that I had the last toilet, and then when I was already seated, I noticed that
no paper.
No, that was okay. But the people who were refurbishing it, so all the maintenance workers who were on the other side of my little wall.
Of course, yeah.
You looked underneath your toilet. You could see the big boots walking around and the shovels and everything. And I was like,
let's make some noise.
Let's leave this toilet as soon as
this ain't working.
They took all the tiling out. They took most of the concrete out. So every nook and cranny that was infested with germs has been taken out. And I must say the grout between the tiles is is less, so there's less area that stuff can stick, and different type of tiles, and it's a whole lot better. It's clean.
Oh, perfect. They should refurbish all. I mean, some restaurants have like walls. Those toilets are perfect, but when you go to the new Pirate Jack Sparrow's restaurant, they didn't update the toilets. They are the worst.
They didn't really have a look at that, I think. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I found that.
Is that true?
And
refurbished?
After the refurbishment, I haven't been to the toilet in Jack's restaurant.
I've been there and it wasn't.
So it's maybe a little weird that we're talking here about bathrooms and stuff, but I mean you have to know you're maybe 8 hours, 10 hours, 12 hours in the park.
Yeah.
That's
you have to use.
You will go to the bathroom.
There will be.
If you drink something, you eat something. You will be going there. You will be going there. So and it's one of the experiences that also should be proper, I guess. When you're there.
And there was also a book about it. You read it in your job at the hospital.
Book about it?
Yeah, there was a book. You found out as well. There was the #1 rule for a prep park of an amusement park.
Prep park. Oh, here's the Dutch English.
English, mix between English and Dutch. Okay.
That was
an amusement park. That the first rule of an amusement park should be clean toilets.
Wow, it is.
Because of the experience.
For the experience of the park experience.
Well, the thing, of course, is also when with if something is not clean, something is a little dirty, and people don't treat it the same. They also think, it's always dirty here, so and they'll repeat that maybe in the rest of the park also.
How beautiful the park is and how lovely the rides are. We remember the bad toilets. So
bad toilets, and what Mark says, if you drop one little piece of paper,
everybody,
the second one saying, there's already one. Yeah, doesn't matter.
Talking about paper.
Talking about
That's
paper.
actually the anecdote I wanted to tell. I was on the toilet once at Disneyland Paris, and that was my worst experience ever. There was a cast member who was apparently cleaning the toilet, and what she did was she went while I was sitting on the toilet. She went with her cleaning mop. Underneath the door. I had to lift the feet. Exactly. And then, I was put paper on the seating. Oh, this is
it was
so
lovely.
Yeah, well, there wasn't the special way of toilet paper. Apparently, I dropped a little piece of paper on the floor. What she did was she stayed there with her mop underneath the door. And she grabbed the paper and she said, "No paper, no paper." And I was like, "What?" I was so stunned by this.
It's a break in privacy.
Hello, I'm sitting here. Please don't do this. Then I went outside and I want to see who does this. And then she continued with no paper on ground. Look, sometimes this can happen, but I'm very respectful for Disneyland Paris. I would never drop toilet paper without actually putting it back into the toilet if I have seen it. But she made a big fuss about it, and that was a really privacy issue. And then I said, I don't like this. I don't like it anymore over here. I don't like this. And it's also
to the point I want to go home.
It was a little bit of a violation of your privacy, and I felt like, is this the place where I cannot even, use this in private? And also the way she acted. I mean, she could also just leave it like that, and after that,
I'm just going to clean it.
Her English was probably also very bad. But so those toilets. I don't
That's
like
not to know. What a bad experience.
That's my worst experience.
On number 2.
That's why we put it on number 2.
Okay, so let's go to our number 1, and we've got a lot to say about that. So we got some more time on it. So actually, this is very. We are also part of this probably. because our number one worst is are actually the people in Disneyland Paris.
The visitors.
The visitors. And we are also visitors, so.
Yeah, but we are the proper
We are
visitors.
so
we hope we are the proper kind of visitors.
Yeah.
So tell us what comes up first. What do you think about that?
It's cutting the line. It's litter everything. It's smoking. It's taking seats in a restaurant, eating their own stuff, not just on a bench, but just in the restaurants. It's
on their own bags, you mean?
Yeah, on their own bags. Yeah.
I mean, they are allowed, of course, but still, it's little,
Yeah, but not in the restaurants. There are seats out there.
Yeah, I think you can. I mean, but still, it's a little. You see it's crowded. You know it's lunchtime. A lot of people are buying stuff there. And they want to sit then. They buy stuff first and then they want to sit there. And then there are a lot of people there, with their chocolate baguettes and stuff, and this chocolate croissants and stuff,
They just
their
come
own
into
stuff.
the restaurant, don't go to the counter and buy stuff, but just come in,
sit there,
sit.
But what comes to your head when you think of the visitors?
Well, I haven't seen it, but when you tell me this, I think it's...
Yeah, well, we don't like the smoking in the park. There are special places where you can smoke, smoking areas, and still there are people. It's amazing because I haven't seen this in America at all, but in Paris, people are walking through the park with a cigarette, standing in line, smoking. Oh, that happens a lot, especially at Crush Coaster.
They do.
The last time we were there was one guy wanted to smoke, left his friends behind, went out of the line, lit up a cigarette.
Yeah, but it was at the beginning of the line actually.
Lit up his cigarette at the beginning of the line, thinking, well, okay, the smoke goes away. No, it went all over the people.
No.
If you went to the other corner of the line, outside of Crush Coaster, it would have been less of a problem.
But still, he's not allowed to smoke in that area. So
he's still not allowed to smoke in that.
We've seen sometimes cast members do speak to people about ne pas de fumer blah blah. Okay, so sometimes the weird thing is, I think it's at the start of the fireworks show at the end, the illumination show at the end.
Yeah.
And you have, of course, the first, a 15-minute waiting, then in Dutch, and then in English, and then in German, and all the languages.
Mm-hmm.
And at that point, or after that, they say there's no smoking in the park. I was like, okay, telling that at the end of the day, maybe not be the right moment. Maybe you should do that.
Yeah,
I don't know.
You're right. They don't really. It's not visible, or they should say it at the beginning, at the opening of the park. They
no running, no smoking.
Yeah, something. Yeah.
I think actually they do say it, but not enough.
Yeah.
And
there
are more. Last time we were there was in December.
Yeah.
There were more signs about not smoking in the park.
Alright.
Oh, nice.
And it's on the map, it's on the programs, but
still. But the cast members just walking by.
Yeah. And I think
so but that's just the smoking people. But you were curious about what we said. We told you in our preview in the previous talk that we had something that
irritates us the most.
What is it?
It's the farting. Last time we were at Ratatouille ride, we were in the single riders line, and there was somebody farting so gruesomely that everybody in the line, they just went stepped
away.
Back.
No.
There was a whole
hands to their faces.
Hands to the face.
Seriously?
Yeah.
And everybody except one person.
And everybody looks at each other like,
who did it?
Who is this?
Who did it? It was like Murder on the Orient Express.
Who done it?
But everybody did it, so even the person that farted was like,
I think so. That's horrible. We smell all the. You never smell it.
And it's a
maybe
typical.
we do, but
it's a typical smell. I never.
It's never happened this bad. We have smelled people that wore too much perfume and that kind of stuff.
I mean, smells are if you have that many people and so long a time in a park, of course you smell something.
Yeah, they have special.
more, I think.
At Main Street, they have special perfume. Just
they have,
to get all good. Because if you, it's true. People smell, even if you.
But everybody farts. Let's be honest about that.
And if you don't fart, you have a really big problem. But that's another topic.
I mean, maybe it's that we don't stand in line that long. That we don't.
We also stand in line.
But not not longer than 20 minutes. So people can hold it in.
It could be that we noticed it once, and after that,
now you
just all the time we are
experienced it now.
Okay. Oh, but that is annoying.
Okay.
Yeah. But another annoying point. About people. When you watch the evening show Illuminations, children are sleeping, but daddies put their sleeping children on the shoulders, so I can't watch the show anymore. Oh, I hate it.
It's when you think you have a good spot and you think, oh, I can see the castle, great, this is amazing. It's true. After that, just and then suddenly the music starts, and all the kids go on the shoulders, and your whole view is gone. That's true.
But when the kids are awake, it's not a problem. But the kids are asleep, so the kid isn't watching the show. I'm not watching the show. It's
a waste of your view.
So sometimes we tap on the shoulder like, okay, guy, we're standing here. Your kid wants to go to sleep.
There are people who think, I have an iPad and I can take this show and it'll be the same exact experience at home. When I take this with my iPad and place the iPad above my head,
with the big
blocking a view of 10 people behind me,
The big band show, everybody was taping it.
It's not going to be the same experience,
it's
people.
It's totally different.
Not the same experience.
I'm always thinking, if you want to see it that badly, I mean, look around you. There are hundreds of thousands of people taping it. You can just go home, you look it up on YouTube.
There are always people with better equipment there,
No, but there are people from Disney who tape it and just fragments. It's so much better than with your own phone. It's slow.
But we also like to tape videos, but we have this rule for ourselves that the camera should never go above your head. So spend most of the time, he tapes it over here. But we also have this rule like, okay, we tape it, and after that we don't. We just want to experience it just the way it is.
Just tape 3 minutes, but not the whole show.
I do tape the whole show, but if we're there for a couple of days, I'll watch the show first.
And then the second time,
The second time I tape it, and the third time I enjoy it again.
Exactly.
And when I tape it, I have my backpack in the front.
Perfect.
I have a small, flexible tripod, and I just hold it and I look in the viewfinder and look at the show and stand still as possible.
Yeah, exactly.
And so I try not to be a nuisance to other people by sticking the camera out of my head. Can't hold it that long because of my arms.
But it's horrible for the people behind
it's horrible for the people behind me, and I don't have to carry around a big tripod or other big stuff.
But are you watching the whole show when you're back at home?
Well, we use it for our vlogs.
But just as a thing.
And we can use segments of it.
That's good.
But I never watch it again.
No, I mean the whole show is totally different than when you're there.
Our vlogs,
But that's nice,
but more annoying.
More annoying things. Well,
more annoying
people.
Cutting lines.
Cutting lines. What I said.
Do we have experience?
People do that.
And when you enter the park, you must have seen that before. You are waiting in line. In the magical hours, there's always this line. And you're standing there waiting. There's a family comes walking, and they don't go in the back. But they go somewhere in the middle. And they mingle.
They just and they act
as if they don't.
Exactly.
I think we have to stand here, and I'm not sure.
Or a big group of 20 people. Someone's in front of you, 2 or 3 people. You think, okay, that's a group of 2 or 3 people. No, it's a party of 20 because
but they're all enjoying.
The people without the children are up front, and the rest of the bulk comes behind, and because they're a bit slower.
Another thing, when they are at the front of the line, they have to look for their easy pass and their welcome pass. They are there. We have it already. Who brought it? Did you bring it? Is it still in the hotel? Terrible.
But that's something that's only for the extra extra magic.
Yeah, that's but still.
But it also happens when you're at the gate and you need your entrance card just to go through the gate. Then people are in front of this bar, and then they're like, oh yeah, where's my entrance card?
Or even baggage check.
Oh yeah,
I had it last time. I was standing in line for baggage check.
Baggage check was worse.
There was a guy.
Don't get me started on the baggage check.
Don't even go there.
I think we've got a new number one. The baggage check.
It's not that difficult, people.
It's like at the airport. Yeah,
but then again, it's also, it's. Come on, really, people.
The last time.
Yeah, the story.
The last time I was standing in line. Again, there was someone smoking. Been there, done that. A guy, five people in front of me. There was a guy with a leather cap on. And the bag. Okay, that goes well. Walks through the gate. Beep goes off. Empty your pockets. Oh yeah, car key. Oh, okay. Empty your pockets. The thing went off again. Oh, something else?
Belt?
No, nothing. Oh, wait a minute, I got another pair of keys. Oh. Again. Thing went off again. Are you sure you're not having something else? Oh yeah, I got some change, loose change. Okay.
I mean, come on.
Damn it, get all the pockets in one go.
Yeah,
really.
They say empty your pockets.
Yeah.
Not like
plural, pockets, plural, all of them.
Usually the system is not that attuned to small change and everything.
Yeah.
Because I haven't had any problem with that.
Also the mobile phone. It's also.
Yeah, of course, mobile phone.
Yeah, but it also depends on the person. Because when I'm going through and it bleeps, they're just like, oh, it's probably your jewelry or belt. But when it goes off by Mark, it's like, oh, alert. Guy with a beard, and he has to strip all of it, so they're not really that decent.
I
have the same problem.
Security stuff and everything. Come on, people.
I can just walk through,
Why is that security? I mean, come on, people.
Yeah, there are.
For the terrorists.
Now, was it last year? There were some people who brought
don't you think that helped?
a gun or something.
Doesn't do
in the end, if they want to get in, they get in.
Yeah, of course.
But
you really think if somebody wants to do something
it brings a message.
Then they're going to walk through that security.
But if you don't do it, I think there's going to be
of course, it's
other stuff,
for
pocket knives.
For our own safety feeling, of course.
And of course, it shows a message.
Not only the terrorists, but if you want to bring a pocket knife to peel your apples, for instance. And you get in a fight over a line or something.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
you have the pocket knife.
I still have a pocket knife.
People who are smoking and they don't want to stop, I have
because we were talking about people in the park, which can be very annoying, and you experienced a fight.
I experienced a literal fisted fight.
I wasn't impressed with that.
No, fist fight. English. Fist fight. That's it.
Okay.
No, it was about a stroller. It were two
strollers.
Yeah, strollers can be annoying.
The bruises, the agony.
But there was this Dutch guy, and there was a stroller, and he was like. He said it in Dutch, like, well, this is a good place to put your stroller. He was a little annoyed, but what he didn't know... Logically. But what he didn't know was that the owners of the stroller were also Dutch, so they heard him. And the daddy of the kid in the stroller, he got really angry. He said, what do you have against my kid and my stroller? Come on. He was all like, I'm gonna fight you. And then the mother of the kid in the stroller, she said, like, please, let's just move on and let's not make a fight out of this.
She was the sensible one.
Yeah, but I got so scared because it was really crowded and small, and then you stand there.
You see that the heat is
He was it was
and it's in the middle of the happiest place on earth. Which is
of course.
Yeah, but he wasn't there for his fun. He was there because
his
wife and his children wanted to go.
Yeah, and he wanted to watch football.
I don't think he wanted to be there.
Yeah, but we see a lot of those people.
A lot of the daddies are like, well, I have to do this.
A lot of people,
I think.
Well, if that's your view, how you're gonna go there, you're gonna have a terrible time. So change the attitude.
But the attitude is, I guess, for a lot of things the problem. Just like when we went to get the picture with Marie, there were 3 English girls, and they just didn't leave Marie. Marie was like, okay, now someone else, but they just kept on hugging and taking pictures and selfies with Marie.
Really?
And then I'm like, okay, it's a crowded park, take a picture, move along. But not everybody understands that. They're like, okay, now I'm here, now I'm going to take my whole half hour with this character. And that's not decent, I guess.
No.
Yeah, it's wrong attitude.
Should we do more about the strollers or should we not?
No, do we have
I'm very curious.
Please vent.
Let it go.
It's not like a specific. It's not like a specific anecdote or something, but the example Paula encountered, somebody put their stroller in the middle of the hallway, so at least one of the ways where people have to walk, why? You know that it's crowded, there are a lot of people there, everybody has to walk by there, just place it somewhere to the side.
Yeah.
Also for a lot of the shows, a lot of the attractions and everything, be on the lookout for the stroller parking.
Yeah.
There are special areas where you can place your stroller, a lot of the attractions you can't take the stroller in with you.
Yeah.
So don't just go up into the to the ride and then a customer has to tell you there's no stroller here.
You have to go parking.
You have to go back again, put the stroller and put it on the stroller parking, but please do use the stroller parkings and everything.
And know that at least in America, in Walt Disney World, there is the stroller parkings are monitored by a cast member. So if you leave your stuff,
they are, right?
If there is stuff in there, you think okay. Yeah. And most of the CMs in Disney World also stack them neatly in order of appearance. So if you are the last one in, when you come back, it's not in the same place, it's in the front of the line because they move it about, so you can pick it up, you can leave it quick and you can pick it up quick.
Something about America, because that's also something that I always find very fascinating about people in the park, is that the people who visit Disneyland Paris are so different, or different attitude than the people who visit Disneyland Paris.
Definitely.
Disney World.
I was saying the difference between Disneyland Paris and Disney World.
Yeah.
What I found when we were in Disney World, what I found really pleasant actually, was that when somebody bumps into you, they say, sorry, excuse me, even if it was my fault.
They do,
It doesn't matter. We are not used to it, so they found us probably a little bit arrogant, not saying sorry all the time, but you get used to it.
I said sorry the whole day in the end. But
Sorry.
It isn't. Sorry.
They get angry.
Nobody says anything.
No.
And
it's an ugly face.
It
like,
goes walking through the path like boom, boom, here I come and go on the side. Nobody says sorry at all.
I agree with you. And what's also the big difference between Disney World and Disneyland Paris is people who stop in the middle of.
Yeah.
So you're walking on and then bam, they stop.
Don't even go there. No. Yeah.
Then you bump
I want to stand here.
That's a good one. Also, I found it in Disney World. That parents are also very attuned to their children. The children it's logical. Kids are we're in Disney, so of course they're enthusiastic and they're fun. But as soon as one of their arms hits me. One of the arms just gracefully hits me or something. The parents are like, "Oh, sorry for my kid." I'm like, "She's chill. It's just
she's a Disney.
She's Disney. And in Paris, if the kid runs up to you, they're not even gonna say, "Sorry for my kid." They're like, "You're in the way. My kid has to play here."
Well,
they're getting angry to us.
My child is walking here.
Exactly. No, but what you say that in Disney you see all those specifically dads like, I don't even want to be here. But in Disney World, the whole family loves it. They have the matching shirts, and they all love to be there. The grandpa, granddad, ma, everybody.
They are very looking forward to their holiday. It's something they plan a year and a half.
As a whole family, everybody has their thing here. And in Paris, it's just like, okay, my kid has this age. I think we have to go to Disney. It's totally different.
But I think that's also because of that you've got Disney World, which is so big, and it's I think you cannot really compare the two. We have to make sure that we're not going to chase there should be another episode about differences between the two parks.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
We should not go
because
too
I
long,
think that's a very good
I think we have
subject.
more than enough for multiple podcasts.
We do.
But anyway, there's something you want to add about this story?
No, it's also getting off topic. So
I would say, I mean, it's all a little negative now, maybe. All the people. I mean, of course, we're a little exaggerating of the examples we've encountered because we visit pretty often. So you start noticing those things. I think if you're a first time or second time visitor, you won't even be aware about it that much. Because you have so many experiences.
But there is a reason why we still go back, so that's why we talk about next time.
You know, that's true. We really love Disneyland, all the parks, also Disneyland Paris. That's our home park. We love it so much that we go so many times a year. And if you go that many times, what you said is true. You see a lot of things that in the end can give you some irritation. But sometimes we do stupid stuff as well. So there must be somebody at some point thinking, look at that, Elise. Why is she doing that? That's just so stupid. And I didn't even notice it. So that's true. That's the paper. Let's put the bob underneath her toilet. That's the good idea. Yeah. So did we? Is this everything we've got to say about?
I guess we have a summary, like the updating, the toilets and the people. I guess it's.
So updated rights, at the moment outdated rights.
Yep.
Yes.
The toilets and
the attitudes.
The people. The attitudes.
Some people.
Smoking.
Yeah.
Okay. So maybe we should wrap this up then.
It's a wrap.
It's a wrap. No, it's a wrap. That one stopped.
Oh, that one stopped as well.
Okay. Well, we'll see.
That's not good. No, we don't have a camera anymore.
Die is ook uit, of?
Everything is out.
Okay.
Well, we still have so see you.
So we will just keep editing, keep talking, and so I
hear
can
you next time in Main
Street. Exactly. So everybody would like to thank you for listening to our first podcast with Paula and Mark. Thank you very much for joining us here in our Disney studio.
Looking forward to next time.
Cool.
So for everybody listening, thank you for listening to See You on Main Street. And next time we would like to
hear you on Main Street.
Bye.